Hello, I am Kobey from Hearns Hobbies and welcome back to another review. I am looking at the fairly new Magic Factory F4U-1A-2, so it comes with two variants, Corsair. The Corsair is a very famous American Navy aircraft that was in operation from 1941, I believe, or 1942 to 1953. The production started in 1940 and it made it the longest production piston engine aircraft in the United States Air Force. This is a 1/48 scale model kit by Magic Factory up there, fairly new. I think it came out in 2024, I believe. And the kit comes with two models in the box, so you get a lot of plastic for your money. So it comes with both the birdcage version here and the bubble top version. So they redesigned the cockpit and they raised the seat by 18 centimeters in the development, as the pilots needed more vision out of the canopy, and also they could see up past this really huge engine that it had in it, which made it so powerful. The Corsair could reach speeds of 640 kilometers an hour, which at the time was extremely fast. It also had such a large propeller that it has this gull wing shaped design, which was very iconic for the Corsair, and that was so that the propeller wouldn't strike the carrier deck when it come into land, because the landing gear had to be semi-short. So on the box, it's going to give you a little bit of detail about what you're going to get. You're going to get a bunch of decals, photo etch and masks, I believe they are, or photo etch. We'll see soon. Some of the really nice design features. We'll just zoom in here a little bit. Some of the nice design features. Accurate skins, gun bays, beautiful cockpit, landing gear, and a beautiful radial engine. And on this side, have a little bit of information about the Corsair carrier-based fighter. Wonderful. Let's get to the cool stuff, the plastic. Alright, so what fell out first was our clear plastic sprues, which you get one birdcage type. So this is the birdcage type. Looked like a birdcage, that was its nickname. So that's the canopy for that one, which had a really rugged design. And then you've got your bubble top type here. So that's really awesome there. Very, very clear plastic. You can see the register is really nice. Bring it in a little bit. You can see my finger through it quite clearly. Very clearly, actually. First sprue you're going to be getting, the first two sprues. I'll zoom out a little bit. First two sprues you're going to be getting are the wing section. So, obviously, with these aircraft, one of them has the ability to put the radar on the wing, and on that one you need to remember that they took one of the guns out on that side. So they had two 50 caliber machine guns on the side with the radar, and then the three on the other side, like the standard Corsairs. That was just to balance out the aircraft so that it would have a balanced weight distribution. So I believe we'll have a look in a minute at the instructions, but these look like identical sprues, like semi-identical sprues. So we'll see in the making of that. We've got the folded wing sprue here. So this is I suppose, the brace for that. So you can see there, that's for your folded wings, and then this is all struts and whatnot for the making of that. And then this is the wings that are extended. So that's the harness there. Looks like machine gun bays without the bullets in them. You've got your bullets and your machine guns on this sprue. What have we got here? You've got your instrument panel. We can come in and have a close look at that if we like. There we go. That is your instrument panel. Nice molded detail. And then that is the dashboard. and I believe that is a flat instrument panel if you choose to use photo etch, which we'll have a look if it's supplied in the kit in a second. Otherwise, plenty of aftermarket out there. We have the cowling flaps here. We have a drop tank, engine parts, the radiator, the propellers over here. Zoom out a bit. Bombs, more interior parts, quite a few parts all over here. This is a double up of the sprue G. Here we have the radar, so this would be fitted separately. And then we have parts for, I believe, the later model here. So you have a different instrument panel which we just looked at. A couple of different parts there. Ailerons, I believe. Bulkhead. We also have the rudder pedals, more interior parts, the yoke, everything in there, looking really lovely. Cowlings, you have your two cowlings here. They're single molded, which is really nice. No fiddling around with your cowlings. They look really nicely molded. And then we have our two fuselage halves. So I believe these are identical sprues. So I'll get these out here. You can have a look. Alright, so fuselage half here. Let's have a look at the detail we're getting on the fuselage. Rivets, nice rivets. Lots of weathering opportunity with these. And then we've got the spine that is molded separately for some reason. More ailerons, you have the top part of your cowling. Oh, I presume that's for whether you're doing birdcage or the bubble top. Makes it easier making identical sprues to be able to do that. And then over here we have the huge radial engine that this aircraft had. We have your tyres and rims, more landing gear. So it had an arrestor hook, a tail hook for carrier landings. That was what this aircraft was designed for. We have more braces and the spines and everything here. Landing gear bay doors. And then this sprue would be for the other one, I believe. So it might have some different parts on it, but all relatively the same. And then moving on to photo etch. So your photo etch, you're going to get, what is it? 2 identical cutouts of just seat belts and some other miscellaneous parts. So they're protected in a little plastic film. And then you have your canopy masks as well. So you'll have one for the birdcage and you'll have one for the bubble top. So yeah, you've got masking sticker A and then I presume the other one is B. So this is the 1A, the bubble top, and then the birdcage is the 2 Corsair. There you go, you can have a look there. So that's really nice that they include the masks. It looks like you're getting masks for the canopies and the wheels. Decal sheet, singular decal sheet printed by our favourite decal manufacturer, Cartograph. Looking really lovely. Have a couple of schemes to choose from, which we'll have a deeper look into the instructions. But yeah, with Cartograph you can expect really lovely printing quality. I believe we have a Jolly Rogers, which is a very famous squadron. And some more. Can't get in there, but lovely quality. Lots of decals to choose from. Can read all of the stencils. Alright, let's have a look at this here. These are the schemes to choose from. So we have 42, number 42 here, from the Hells Angels. And it has a big fuel stain leak across the fuselage and the wings because fuel regularly poured out of there apparently. So you've got your paint callouts here in Tamiya, Mysticolor and AK Interactive. All of the decals are printed in cartograph, as it says here. And yeah, really nice coloured diagrams, which is great. You don't see that too often. That's really lovely. And then on the other side, you've got your Jolly Rogers, very famous aircraft. More colour call-outs here. Beautiful. Total of 16 kills this one had. So it comes with the markers there that go on the side of the fuselage near the canopy. Oh, and then we'll move over to this one. This is for the birdcage. So you're going to get 4 schemes, one of each for each aircraft. Oh, 2 for each aircraft. So this is the Midnight Cocktail. It shot down a Mitsubishi GM4. There you go. Nice colourful diagrams as well. As we said, we've got the colour call-outs. Same on this side as well. This was on the USS Enterprise. I really like the scheme of this one. I love the simplicity. I like when aircraft are simple. My P-47 is very simple that I built. If I was going to build it with this scheme, this is the one I'd do. And as you can see, it has the port closed up for the gun bays, even in the diagram there, because you've got the radar there, which I thought was a really neat addition to the instruction there. Alright, let's go through instructions. You have your recommended tools, part breakdown, decals, all the colours you'll be needing throughout the build. We'll get in there and have a close look at that. Pause the video if you wanted to have a go at these. That's them there. Zoom out a bit. Alright, so starting with the cockpit, we have the side panels with all of the switches, and then we're going over to the bulkhead with the rudder pedals, the seat, the photo etch coming straight out here with the seat belts, and then more to the bulkhead. As you can see, the seat position is lower on the F4U-1A, and then very different. Going over here, doing the instrument panels. So you're building these simultaneously. So step 5, you have to remember which one is for what. So this is for F4U-2 and then F4U-1A, the top. So that's something to be mindful of. And then we're going here, we're assembling it all together, the 2. Building up the sidewalls, painting there with interior green. Lovely interior green colour. And then we're doing the tail landing gear assembly, putting the halves together, building it up. So as you can see, canopy's going straight on. That's up to you whether you want to do that, but you've got 2 steps here for the 1A and the 2, and building that spine up for each. And then we're building the radial engine, so that'll be the same for both, I believe. Alright, so now this is for making the unfolded wings. We might as well go through this. You want to grab your wing section, put the brace in that is the straight one, and then you're building up the landing gear areas. Gun bays, I believe you won't be able to do the gun bays open if the wings are folded. That kind of makes sense that they wouldn't have those open if they're folding the wings up. So this is for the correct assembly of the machine guns. They're in a staggered formation. Alright, moving on down here, building up more of those machine guns. This is if you want to do them closed mode up here, putting all those in the position, and then opened with all the bay doors open. Really nice diagrams. It looks very nice and digital. Flaps going in. So this had like a very interesting flap assembly. As you can see, they all like sprawled out because when they all lifted back up, they all went in line. But because of the gull-shaped wing, they all had like a little bit of a gap in between them. And then you have the cowlings being put on, and then we come out into the folded wing. So folded wing, you're going to grab this section here. You're going to put this bent bracket on here. The assembly of the gears and the radiators and whatnot. Chuck the tops of the wings on. Chuck the flaps in. So this is much easier. You're just going to put the gun bay door straight on. Put the two halves together. Your ailerons on. Partial flap piece as well. And then you're going to fold those wings in. You're going to slide those wings on. Sliding those wings on, you're going to put all of the braces in that you would see when they come up. And then you're going to attach your fuselage. Same procedure for the cowling. I'm going to come over into the gear now. The gear are being made up. Fairly simple here. Nice little diagram. And then they're being positioned on the model. There you go, you have the rear one coming in as well. Putting the tail assembly in. Whether you want to choose to do the drop tank or the bomb. And the fitment of those two. And then this is for the F4U-2. It has separate exhaust pipes. So the F4, the 1A had a different type of exhaust to the 2. And then it had some sensors, the 2 had some sensors, and then you can choose to put this radar dome on. Your propeller comes in 3 pieces, you got to put that together. And then canopy mast diagram all labeled out for you, tires as well. And then they're the ones to choose from. You get a good shot of that. Come to the back, that's a blueprint style photograph of the aircraft. That's them two there. Alright. So, that has been the Magic Factory 1/48 scale dual combo F4U-1A-2. So it comes with 2 kits. Really lovely looking aircraft. A lot of plastic to offer, which is really lovely. As I pack this one up. No, the cowl flaps in the middle of the fuselage where the pilot was looking were removed in the later versions to give a better sight for the pilot, because if they were raised, it was an incredibly hard aircraft to look over the nose because it was a tail dragger. It had a rear wheel assembly there. It made it quite hard to see over the nose when you were taxiing, so there would have been a lot of incidents. And also the torque rate of the engine, they had to be careful when taking off from the carrier once it had launched. If they had it too high, the aircraft would roll and tip, which probably cost a lot of airmen their lives. But under the right skilled pilots, it would have been a very, very nice, fast aircraft to fly with a lot of firepower. So that has been the Magic Factory F4U Corsair. I hope you've learned something today and you've enjoyed this unboxing. I am Kobey, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Cheers.